Alright, this is an unboxing and it will be a short one. It actually will be a short one this time, because this is an omnibus I was on the fence about getting, but then got anyway. They're also getting too big for the camera. As always, we've got this. Look at it all. Look at how much I've got. And then a box within a box. This is always a laugh riot. I guarantee I won't seamlessly tear this off. See? And again. This is New Warriors Volume 3. The omnibus collecting the period of New Warriors which rightfully ended their series. They were cancelled at issue 75 after 20 issues of this. This collects issues 54 through to 75 and other bits and bobs. This is the variant cover. I wanted this because, well, we'll come to the other cover. Underneath we have a spread of the team, broken apart by the spine. Nice team shot there as well. There is the contents. The main thing I got this for was this mostly redundant miniseries starring Major Victory. This is the only contents in this omnibus written by Fabian Nicieza, who wrote the first 53 issues of New Warriors and whose work filled volumes 1 and 2. If you wanted this, you had to get this omnibus of other people's works, and other people's works that led to the book's cancellation. I wanted this. I wanted Fabian Nicieza's run in omnibus, and now I have had to buy an omnibus for one miniseries at the start. Marvel just announced they are doing a 4th volume, which is basically a companion. It has all of Knife Splasher's ongoing and all of Black Star's ongoing from the 90s. And what bothers me is that why didn't they put this Major Victory miniseries in that? Knife Splasher and Black Star are both initially written by Fabian Nicieza. It is like they are always doing the dirtiest tactics to get me to buy either stuff I don't really want or stuff I could do without to get what I do want. This is a 4-issue miniseries. Captain America appears in it. I imagine this will be the highlight of the omnibus. Regular series picks up at issue 54. It is written by an editor, which was always the sign of a bad book in the 90s, when an editor decided they could be a writer. And it was always on books that they were underqualified to write. A writer starting out should be doing Marvel Comics Presents shite, not writing a relatively popular series that has so far lasted 50 issues. The second writer on New Warriors should be someone who can either maintain the quality or dramatically increase the quality. Not someone who says, yes, that'll be a good way for me to start writing these comics instead of only editing them. You have to turn this page on its side to read, which I love doing. There is Torpedo. She's great, isn't she? Torpedo. Hey lads, Torpedo. Don't think for a minute I am letting a story which co-stars Harriet, the bad guy in Flying Armour, don't think I am letting the story go by without me pointing out that he joins the Thunderbals. This issue is milestone. It is very important. It is famous and well known for being the last ever appearance of Phoebe Mars. This ties in with Seaman series, which was very, very close to the finish line. We are not far off from Seaman's cancellation, but we are also not far off from the new Warriors cancellation. We have a problematic character here. Sometimes I just know better than to focus on something. That wraparound on the cover is by the artist who did one issue of Captain America 424, and I thought his art was promising in that issue, so it's nice to see it again here. And the colouring is far less flattering in this, but knowing that it's him, I can see some of the same quality in it. Very I don't know how to really define what I like about it. I suppose it looks interesting and not bad. A lot of the time the style can get in the way with certain artists, get in the way of storytelling, but this is quite stylized and consistent. I don't know. Artistry isn't something I can really talk at length about. The regular artist for this is a grown man who decided to start calling himself Patch. Now, the channel law is that he blocked me on Twitter very, very early on, but then about a year or two later he unblocked me. I never criticised his art, never said anything bad about his art. Overall, I generally like his art. The art is always depressing because the books with the worst writers tend to have the good art, and then the books with the best writers tend to have the worst art. That has nearly always been the way of comics. But yeah, the main thing is these are edited by Tom B. Vaught. He made the enormously stupid decision to make New Warriors into part of the Spider-Man family. So Spider-Man's clone joins the New Warriors. This was the main cover for the omnibus. I didn't want it because it is a cover of Spider-Man's clone. At this point, the stories all become about Spider-Man's clone. The story's not about Spider-Man's clone and his clone blues, or where we start getting bad retcons about the New Warriors characters not being who they were meant to be for several issues. Speedy Bowles was replaced with someone else all those months ago, and we never noticed. Nothing to say about this 90s sludge. We've got the romance between Major Victory and Firestart, which Marvel broke up off-panel not long after this. An Avengers guest appearance, rubbish like the Speedy Bowles retcon. Nice image of the Vision on this page. Yeah, we have plenty of issues of Spider-Man's titles in this because the New Warriors were basically demoted to being Spider-Man's sidekicks. The unique and special characters in New Warriors took a backseat to Spider-Man's clone. And here is our final issue, just at the point where I have ran out of things to say. I have no idea who this character is meant to be. A bad guy, I assume. In my mind, New Warriors should hold the same position as the Tiny Titans at DC, which never happened because after Fabian Nicieza's initial run, we had a writer who was an editor, we had an editor who wasn't an editor, and New Warriors being relegated to Spider-Man shit, and Spider-Man's clone at that. We end with a splash page of the team together. They don't get another series until 1999, and that lasts 10 issues. And then they don't get another one until 2006, which is a mini-series which demeans them. Not great being a New Warriors fan. Bonuses, here is outside. Here is some promo pin-ups. Back cover to an ash can. A small portion of Marvel Age, followed by an unused cover. Marvel Vision. This was what replaced Marvel Age, I believe. Write-up and promo about the series, probably just talking about its connections to Spider-Man and the Clone Saga. We have a Marvel swimsuit pin-up and two more. A fucking pin-up of Spider-Man's clone. Miserable. A recent variant cover by an overrated artist, and that is a cover from the very recent, current Knife Splasher series they did, where they made Rage into a villain. Then right at the back, trading cards from 1992, 1994, and 1996. I'm sorry these videos have just become me mourning. I have already abandoned the Epic collections. Omnibuses aren't that far off. It's not even that I don't want them. It's that their contents are always annoying. They are manipulatively mapped out, or outright poorly mapped out. They overlook the stuff you want in favour of the stuff you don't want. I'd rather read a good book than a good book with large portions of shit throughout. I've got to give this 7 thumbs up, but I never feel good about doing so.